Lux Angus here. So, today's topic will be simply about 3 types of vampiric practitioner, or better said, why some individuals decide to practice psychic vampirism. You know, the reasons behind it and certain types of people, you know. The first types, what I have known and studied, are like people who have some kind of, by their nature, a depleted system, or they cannot like cultivate on their own energy, so they are forced to vampirize from other beings' energy so they can live on. The second type are incarnated previous practitioner of vampiric magic in some kind, you know, because this vampirism is literally like a conscious way to feed yourself with energies, psychic energies, spiritual energies, and work with energies in a more sinister and a more darker way, you know. And I think vampirism will be called in other parallel universes or other spiritual worlds differently, you know, but I think psychic vampirism is a natural phenomenon of the polar opposite of energy workers who are more, you know, love and light type of beings, and we are like the energetic opposite to it. We still work with energies, but more in a darker sense, more in a negative polarized sense. So there are also incarnated beings who unconsciously take this practice with them. And some of these individuals am I. When I was back in school, I practiced this, like I literally practiced taking in energies from other people out of a crazy idea or instinct that I had. And I didn't back then knew that it was a thing, you know what I mean? I didn't knew back then that this was a more or less infamous, acknowledged spiritual practice in the dark arts, that you take energies from people, from beings, and I did it unconsciously in my school, where my deeper obsession and practice of magic began. And I didn't had these major problems of self-generating energy, but it was like instinctual to do that. Better said, like I think really there are individuals or individual souls who has practiced this type of spirituality in some way or another in a different lifetime. I do really think, and I do really acknowledge this, that this somewhere is a reality. And the third practitioners are like interested ones, like they came this idea across a certain individual like me, and I found it very interesting. They are resonating with it, and they want to start to practice and incorporating it into their practice. Where like these 3 types of beings, or these 3 type of practitioner exists on my observation. Now I know it can be colorful like the rainbow, and there can be so many different types of practitioners, but these 3 types I observed and acknowledge that are like mainly the ones that are practicing this, the ones who have no other way, or the ones who literally are some way or another forced to do that because they can't generate for their own energies, and some are familiar with this energetic practice, and this energetic practice is more darker in nature, and because it resonates with their own nature, they're doing it. And the third are the newcomers, or who are starting to initiating oneself into this type of practice, you know. And why you should practice psychic vampirism, why you should do that? Well, if it is a necessity for you, then you will do it. You know for yourself why you should do that, because you must generate or take in energies for different kind of sources so you can live normally. The other type is more varied. The other type is like, on my own also experience and philosophy, is you vampirize these different type of energies to expand to expand your own potential, your own awareness, and your own psychic abilities manifoldly. But this isn't only the only role why you are doing that, you know. There are people out there who have so much energies, for example, invested in their false sense of self, or invested in certain ideas of themselves, or have putting their energies in some unhealthy way for them. So we come in place, we take this amount of energies away, so the system falls down and they become reborn or revolutionized anew in a better way, you know. We could say sometimes psychic vampires are also a darker way of cleanup of the world, because we don't only cultivate positive, or we don't only cultivate negative, like we cultivate both positive and negative. We take in both positive and negative energies at the end of the day. And because our now circumstances are very chaotic, are very dark in nature, we take this dark energy in ourselves, and we learn through time and through patience and through initiations to transmute these overly chaotic energies, overly degrading energies, in the more positive, evolutionary energies. You know, so we vampires, psychic vampires are not only evil, we have a higher reason to be. Of course, there are also different types of vampiric practices that is only focused on self-empowerment, and it is also a place and time, you know. And these individuals who are attacked by certain psychic vampiric endeavors, like for me, there is no, like there is a higher reason why this happening, why this energy exchange is happening, you know. Sometimes you are put in place by your own instincts, by your own synchronicity in your nature, to take energies from certain people. So the certain people are losing their holding back type of energies onto you, you transmuting it into a better energy, so they can move on into higher stages in their life. For there are individuals who have so a up to the head ego, so you come in, take the energies away that supports the ego, so the ego breaks down, and a better them starts to open itself up. Of course, there can be also a polar opposite to it. There is also a positive practice, but we are not negative. We are an expression of the more negative energetic arts. Other type of very helpful, what is very helpful doing psychic vampirism, your own nature, your own energy field will be more magnetizing, will be more taking in. And this can be very, very helpful when you are working with different kind of entities or energies. It is much, much easier for you to take in by only mere presence the energies of the entities you are working with. So for you, the process of intaking and transmuting powers from demons, from angels, from any type of entities is easier for you. You know, even death energy can be, through persistent practice, to persistent pursuing your psychic vampiric path, can be also a transmutable energy for you. So even death energies are not very harmful anymore to you, you know. And this is just one of many, like these are one of many reasons why psychic vampirism is very powerful practice, and why it is here to take old pathways away, to allow new pathways to exist, and to learn to transmute bad energies or dark energies in their own power, you know. And I'm sure there will come more, and I will show this in more parts. But other than that, this is what I wanted you to know. Naga bless, and we shall see and hear us again.